My question is, if we die, just the people that are written in the book are going to heaven, but is hell forever and ever and ever and ever? That's a good question, Diego. This is a debate that's been going on for centuries. And the question really dives down into two particular perspectives. One, let me get my footstool in a good spot here. One is the perspective of eternal torment, and one is of destruction, okay? And so when you're looking at the New Testament scriptures, there is a discrepancy based on the Greek word for hell, Gehenna being fiery hell. All right, then you have Sheol, which is just simply the grave. They're both translated as hell in the English, which is really kind of not fair because in English we just say hell. Everyone thinks of the fiery hell. In the Hebrew you have Sheol. In the Greek it's Hades, and then you have Gehenna also in Greek, which is the fiery hell. There's also a discrepancy within the New Testament on this particular topic. In my mind, I should say, it's an apparent discrepancy, but scholars across the world find this problematic as well, where one scripture will say that there is annihilation, okay, at death. The Greek word there is utterly destroy, completely annihilate. But there are other scriptures that talk about torment. And this can be problematic in theology circles for trying to drill down to an actual answer to this question. Are people destroyed in the lake of fire, or is there eternal torment? We turn to the story of Lazarus, and we have this, of course, it is a story, but there are some real elements that Yeshua is putting in this. And we have the rich man, we have Lazarus, who's in hell, right? And he is experiencing, this person that's in hell is experiencing hot, but not so hot that they're screaming in torture, but they want a drink of water and they're able to have real conversation. And so that gives us a little bit of insight into what hell might be. It very well might not be what Hollywood has presented it to be, of hellfire, eternal torment, fires on us like it would be in the physical realm. Remember, we're not going to be in the physical realm. We're in the spiritual realm. So this is not real physical fire. This is some sort of spiritual fire with a spiritual soul that's experiencing this fire, and it's tormenting them. So I don't have a total answer on this particular question because the scriptures are split on this, and I'm not exactly sure if it's eternal torment or if it's going to be annihilation. And there's also another theory that there are different components. For instance, the book of Enoch talks about different layers of hell, and that there are some people that are going to be eternally tortured and some people that aren't, that they come to a place and they're just destroyed. I think one of the moral, ethical problems with this question that people have problems with is, how can God, a loving, just God, allow someone to be tortured forever for finite sins? In other words, we only have a certain amount of time on this earth that we're allowed to sin. And it's difficult ethically for people to say, okay, for 34 years this person sinned, but then they're going to be punished for eternity. And that doesn't compute in their mind with a just God. So all we can say for sure is that Yahweh is just. He's perfectly just. And if he feels that eternal punishment is valid for that individual, then I can assure you it's valid, because God is perfectly just, and there has never been a bone or a piece of spiritual DNA in his heavenly body that would allow him to over-punish someone for their sin. It's just not possible for him to be unjust. So the answer at the end of the day is Yahweh is sovereign. He's just. However he chooses to judge that person in the lake of fire at the end of time, whether it's through annihilation, whether it's through destruction of the soul completely, where they're gone and annihilated, or whether it's some sort of combination where you are tortured for 1,000 years or punished for 1,000 years and then you're destroyed? I don't know. But I do know this. I don't want to find out. I want to make sure that I spend eternity with the Father, and that's why we're trying to do Bible things in Bible ways and pleading the blood of Christ all along the way. If this video blessed you, I encourage you to watch this video and this video as well. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on those notifications. Check out our Instagram page at Jim Staley Official and visit our website at passionfortruth.com. In the meantime, I'm Jim Staley, and I'll see you in the next video.